Hey guys, Brett from Roto Heat here to help you out with your Week 4 start sits. We got answers to your hottest Week 4 questions. And as always, if you like the video, you love the video, hit that subscribe, the notification icon, stay up to date with everything we're doing here at Roto Heat on YouTube. And also check out rotoheat.com. We got tons of amazing articles and write-ups on individual players. We've got our rankings. We've got all the things that you could want for your fantasy team. Plus, if you love us that much, rotoheat.com/Patreon, you can make it rain a little bit. We appreciate it. As always, we thank you guys for helping make Roto Heat the best, the premier fantasy community here on the internets and all over the place.
Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire.
All right, so getting to the meat of the matter, start sit questions. As always, thank you guys. Facebook, Twitter, all the places and YouTube here have been turning out and giving us all sorts of great feedback and great questions to answer. We're going to kick it off. So I posed a question. I need to start two of these guys, Mark Andrews, Will Fuller, Mike Gesicki, Preston, or Mike Williams. The team chose Mark Andrews, Will Fuller. Ray over on Facebook said, what do we do with AJ Green? Right now, we got to sit him. We just got to wait and see. It doesn't seem like he's on the same page with Burrow, and he's looking a little off since his return. And obviously, T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd and Sample, they seem to be the guys getting the attention from our star young QB. Ryan over on Facebook says, if Devontae Adams is out, who do I sit between OBJ, Bryan Edwards, and Anthony Miller? Edwards, and it's mostly injury related. Not even sure if he's going to be back. Check the injury report. Keep an eye on that. Tyrone on Facebook says, Brandon Cooks versus Minnesota or Preston Williams versus Seattle. The team chose Brandon Cooks versus that very, very shaky Minnesota team that's in flux. It's in transition, and you can tell everything looks off right now. Kyle on Facebook asked, Darrell Henderson, Justin Jefferson, or Anthony Miller? Start one. We chose Darrell Henderson. You got to ride the hot hand, and he appears to be the hot hand right now. Zach on Facebook asks, which two do I start? Kareem Hunt, James Robinson, Darrell Henderson. We chose James Robinson, Darrell Henderson. Again, you really can't go wrong with any of these three, but Robinson and Henderson appear to be the hotter of the hands right now. Robert on Facebook asked, Carlos Hyde, Duke Johnson, or Jordan Howard? We chose Carlos Hyde. He did mention about it being somebody you might have to pick up off waivers. Better get him. Jack Masery on YouTube asked, pick two, Brandon Ayuk, T.Y. Hilton, Marvin Jones, or Jerry Jeudy. Obviously, Jeudy played last night, so we're not picking him, but he did have a fine game. We all chose Ayuk and Marvin Jones, even with all those four options. The next two questions involve Allen Lazard. Now, obviously, Allen Lazard is out for at least the next month after having some core muscle work done. So it's obviously going to be the opposite, but Edgar Hernandez over on YouTube asks, MVS or Lazard? Obviously, we would have chose Lazard, but MVS should be in line to get a higher workload. Liam McDonald on YouTube asks, Robert Woods or Lazard? We chose Robert Woods, and really that would have been every week we would have chose Robert Woods. He's trusted part of that offense. They get him heavily involved, and he's a good play. Twisted Visions on YouTube asks, Michael Gallup or Terry McLaurin? We chose Scary Terry. Both are solid plays, but McLaurin's the number one option on that team in the passing game, where Gallup's, 2, 3, somewhere in there. I mean, it really depends. Team Out of Nowhere on YouTube asks, Jeffrey Wilson Jr. or Van Jefferson? We chose Jeff Wilson. If he's the man in the backfield, that's a good thing to have. And it appears like he could still see a good share of carries the next couple weeks, so we go with Wilson. Jacob Piccolo on YouTube asks, Deontay Johnson, Julian Edelman, or Justin Jefferson? We chose Justin Jefferson. Julian Edelman would have been a close second in this conversation, as he's the number one option in the passing game, but it's going to be up and down just based on that game plan and what they're doing, because they do want to be run heavy. Blair on Facebook asks, start James Robinson or Miles Sanders in the flex? We chose James Robinson. Obviously Miles Sanders is by far a better running back. I should say not by far, but a better running back. But that offense just seems to be in disarray right now. So we would go with the guy who we're comfortable with where their team's at, and they trust him and they're relying on him pretty heavily. He's getting involved in the pass game as well, so that's good for you. Joe on Facebook asks, Anthony Miller, Cooks, or Cole? And this one was an interesting one. This one kind of came down to the wire. Was really surprised to see where the conversation went, but Anthony Miller was the guy that we chose. Cooks came in second and Cole in third. So hopefully, Joe, it helps you out and get you a dub this week. So thank you guys again. Don't forget, typically on Tuesdays, we post a video here on YouTube where I hope that you guys had a great week and all the good things, and then say, hey, post your questions below. If you got questions for week 5 when that video comes out, put them in the comments on that video, and we'll get to your start sits next week. Again, don't forget, if you guys have questions and you didn't get a chance to get them in, for our Patreon subscribers, Rick does a special live stream before games on Sunday morning to help you with your last minute start sits and all those things. So if you're not a Patreon, become a Patreon or patron. It's Friday. And get those in. We also have a Discord channel. Our Discord server with many channels, whether it's about gaming or football or any other thing you want to talk about, we got it. Our Facebook community, we're here to help. So hit us up, reach out to us, find us wherever we are at Roto Heat Fantasy on Twitter and all the good things at Roto Heat Brad. And we'll talk to you guys again next week or sooner.
Also, right there, playlist. Hit it. Watch the videos. Do it. You want to. Do it.